2011 Infiniti M. Today's job is going to be replacing my wiper blades. I already sourced mine and I got these from Walmart. Most places that sell wiper blades usually have a catalog of sorts that tells you what for each year model of your vehicle, what size wipers you need. In my case, the 2011 and up Infiniti M and Infiniti Q70s, you need 26 inches on the driver's side and 19 inches on the passenger side. So something to, if for whatever reason someone's selling it and they don't really know, you could always Google, but at least I told you, right? And when I went to buy them, I saw two options, at least for this brand right here, Rain-X, and I saw B-26-1. As an example, just talk about the driver's side, but there was another option, B-26-2. In my case, I knew what I knew what it meant, but I'll give you a guide as to what that should be talking about. And when you go to the back side of these packages, you'll see this drawing over here. Fits these wiper arms, J-hooks, right? I do know from experience that Nissans generally use J-hooks, and that's what you see over there. And I'll try to zoom in when I'm doing the job so you can see what it is. And the -2 option, B-26-2 option, you could see in the back it was for a different style of wiper installation. So just as a warning, whenever you buy, or maybe as a word of caution, whenever you buy, make sure that you're buying the right wiper blades. All right, well, without further ado, I'd like to show you how I do it. All right, so here's a catch. The way they designed these vehicles, they're really nice. Look at it from the front, you can't see the wipers, right? Pretty good for aerodynamics. And whenever you look at it from the inside, you don't see the wipers either, right? Which is good for aesthetics. The problem is, whenever you want to service your wiper blades or your wipers, you can't just pull it up. Look at that. There's impact. Yes, you can do something about this, but then the arm will impact the hood over here. So the old school style, which I've done in my Infiniti M45 video, which you saw, was you turn on the car, run the wipers, then when they're at the top, you catch them. You turn the car off at that point. Thankfully, with these cars, let me get inside and show you, they have a service mode, a maintenance mode, so to say. And what you do is you turn your car on. Not just the first stage is usually accessory, right? This just turns on your radio, nothing else happens here, your wipers are dead. But when you do this and your dash comes alive, you can finally do something about it, right? See, your wipers now work. Okay, so to get it to service mode or maintenance mode, what you do is you tap it twice. Look at that. 1, 2. See that? It freezes. Well, obviously they can go higher if you want to stop it, but usually just tapping it twice, that won't do it. But if you do it twice real quick, see, that froze right there. The reason that I'm actually prompted to do them today, can you hear that? It's making a clapping noise. Yeah, and what better time to know that you need to replace your wipers than when it's actually, you know, already raining and they've failed. So 1, 2, perfect. And well, let me turn my car off so that it don't run my battery low. As I said, the maintenance mode usually gives you enough access to be able to swing your arm all the way out, and then you can service your blades. So what I'm gonna do is this. I will get the replacements, get those. Well, before I do that, I guess I should just go ahead and remove this. So I've mentioned the J-hook, right? This is the J-hook. The way the wiper arm hooks to the blade, or the blade hooks onto the wiper arm, it's a J-hook over here. And I'll do my best to zoom in and show you what I'm doing. I hope the lighting works out. I sure hope so. Alright, here it is. So this right here, right? I don't know if you can see this, but there's a feature at the bottom. There's this clip at the bottom, at least with the Nissans. Let's look at it from a different angle. Can you see that? There's a clip in here. Oh, how about some light? And I apologize if you're looking at this thinking, Why are you doing this? I already know how to do this. Well, these videos are being made for, yeah, I can barely see it, I'm sorry. Just have to take my word for it. But you'll see it, depending on the wiper blade that you have. So you have a J-hook, and in the case of this wiper, oh, let me actually flip it over so you can see it. There you go. This is the feature I'm talking about right here. So the way you remove it is pulling this backwards, right? But here, it's caught. So what you do is you push this down like that, then you can pull this out like that, and that's it. Now I have to work and flip it over the other way, and I can now push it out either way. So here, this is what I was talking about. If you look clearly here, you can see there's a little bit of a feature. There's a recess over here. There's a hole, actually. It's a full hole. All right, so that hole, and that's the reason I had to flip this down, because if you look at this, oh, here we go. We can have it upwards. It's got a catch. It's got a little sharp point over here. This one right here. So this sharp point gets caught over here and prevents the blade from sliding down on the arm. There are different brands of wiper blades that would have refills. You just remove this rubber part and replace it, but for the relatively cheap cost, I'm not going to bother with that. I've had to do it. Like when I owned a Jaguar, I could barely get the right replacements because those arms, the wiper arms, had the spray nozzles in them. So okay, so here's my replacement. Again, J-hook. It works with the J-hooks. This manual probably tells you how to do it. Probably. But I'll tell you what it's gonna be is, yep, needs to be lifted. There you go. So lift this up, and as I said, it kind of depends on the brand of wiper blades that you have. This one here, the Rain-X, seems to work pretty well, and as you can see, hooking it on is as easy as pie, easy as ABC. All right. That's it. It's hooked, and then I can put this lid back over so it doesn't look too shabby. Bam, that's it. Actually like the way they look, pretty good. On the way out, how would you remove the Rain-X brand one? I guess one, find a way to open that. Once you do that, come at it from the bottom. Same thing, same principle. Here it's a little harder for me to show you because it doesn't swing all the way out, but I can just use those keys that I have, and once again go down with it, and once I go down I can pull down. That's it. So it's a, I guess, pretty detailed video for a pretty simple task, but I like going into those details because not knowing what direction things are supposed to go could sometimes cost you, right? You could end up damaging something. All right, here the hook mechanism is a little different. It's just this flap right here, and that's what I was pushing down. This flap. This one right here. That's what I pushed down. So generally that's the gist of it. You hook it on, and then it kind of, some of them are spring loaded like this one here. Well, I thought it caught. Suppose not. Let me get my keys. So some of them are spring loaded and pretty much catch by themselves. Some, like this one, you can tell it has a little bit of resistance compared to the other one that I just took out. This one here, right? This one here has zero resistance. It won't hold itself at all. But this one here, yes, it does have a little bit of resistance, but to make it work even better, you have that. So in this case, It's supposed to prevent it from pulling out. So I'm gonna do the other side as well, but my discussion, at least what I intended to do with today's discussion, was just show you how it's done in these cars, and two, I mean, what brand should you buy? It really depends on what you want. In my experience, although, well, I've driven this car a lot this year, generally I don't, but no matter how expensive the wiper blades are, they never seem to last beyond 2 years, right? So it's really up to you. I don't think I'll go into an ideological discussion about what brands are best, $10 wipers versus $20, $30 wiper each, that is. It's really up to you. These ones seemed good, the price was right, and I like the features. And plus, when it comes to getting stuff, getting water off glass, Rain-X is a pretty good brand. I've had bad experiences with Bosch. But anyway, all the best. Talk to you guys later. Well, I know I did say goodbye, but I figured might as well keep going. You know, we already started this journey together. Look at that. That's what I was using to wipe. These wiper blades are not that old, by the way, about a year. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter what brand you buy. They don't really get much use, but I guess just sitting out and sometimes being exposed to the weather just makes them deteriorate pretty fast. Alright, do the same thing here. Pretty tight, which sucks for installation, but it's pretty good for security, right? Alright, well, I mean, it is pretty much done, but let's go inside the car and I guess just do 1 or 2 swipes with it. And make sure everything is okay. Do I need to start the car? I'm not sure. Nah, I'm not gonna start the car. Let's just do this. I'll take that. Sounds way more quiet now. Okay, well, let's turn it off. So, good thing I did notice something when I was putting these away, or at least something I noticed earlier. The design here, you'll notice that this one has a lot of extra plastic on it, and I think this is supposed to help with noise. Yes, it is part of the frame and helps it bend, but the design is supposed to let wind flow over the blades. Shouldn't be a big problem because of the design here. And I mean, if they're already up, it sucks for aerodynamics anyway. But when they're down here, it doesn't really matter what design you have. I think they're gonna do just fine. Oh, you thought I was done. I wouldn't leave you guys like that. What's an Ed Boy video without a bonus? So as much fuss as we've been making about windshield wipers, I mean, we're probably like, what, 10 minutes into the video? And I've shown you guys a trick where you tap the windshield stock twice and the arms come up and freeze. What if I told you that there is a trick to the trick? There are levels to this. You can actually do it manually. So come up here to the highest point of your arm, not your blade because that's loose, arm, and then just pull it up gently. Don't jerk, don't yank at it or anything, just of course trying to keep it down against the windshield, and there it is. And whatever reason has brought you here today, do it. Replace your blade or just lift them up, leave them in case you're anticipating an ice storm, and when you're done, just push them back down gently. There it is. And I mean, don't really fuss about how accurate you are with where you put it, because I'll give you an example. I could just pull it up and leave them somewhere there. Let's leave it somewhere there, right? Not all the way down. Let's get in the car. Well, shoot, I guess I really closed shop, didn't I? All right, turn it on. And how do you get them to park? Just hit it upwards one time. It always bounces off to kind of find its home position, then back down. And with that, I mean, pretty much done. So I guess at this point, we're well over 10 minutes into a windshield wiper video, and I'd like to say that, one, I appreciate people that come to my channel and see my content. Double appreciate people that watch my videos. Triple appreciate people that watch my videos all the way to the end. And I know sometimes I do have long videos, and if you wanted to replace wiper arms, you could just do it because you know. If you don't know, you could wing it. You could ask somebody. You could read the little manual that comes with the wiper blades. You could go read the Haynes manual. You could Google it, read an article how to do it. You could watch a YouTube video because there are other bigger names out there that, you know, have videos on everything. So you could find one of those videos and see it. But I hope that you guys see that when it comes to replacing Infiniti M wipers, maybe one of my videos will teach you one or two things that you cannot learn from the other videos. Yes, as I said, I do make longer videos sometimes on mundane tasks like replacing windshield wipers, and it does work for me. There is a little bit of a financial incentive if you guys watch my videos, but I hope that you guys are also getting something out of the arrangement. I hope you guys are seeing that, well, in watching 10 minutes of this guy's video, I came to learn something that I would not have known otherwise, and maybe it will make your life better for it, or maybe it'll be just like, well, good to know, I'm not going to use that information. Either way, I do enjoy these vehicles, and there are things that I've learned over the years, I guess experience, reading, just different ways. But whenever so I've gotten to know people personally who own these cars, and I talk to people and I tell them things and they're like, what? How'd you know that? And that's why I've been doing these videos more and more. I never woke up one morning and think, well, let's do a 20-minute video on replacing the wipers. No, I just start doing it and the passion just kind of keeps going, and I'm like, oh, I know something else that they would love to see. You know, let's do the double tap, and oh, I know something else that they'd love to see. You can do it manually if you need to do it. So knowing that I really do love these vehicles, I, have at least, well, let's just say I love these vehicles a lot, and I hope you guys, whenever you own your vehicles, you get to enjoy them at least maybe halfway or as much as I do enjoy these vehicles, and coming out of my videos feeling like, yeah, I am really glad that this guy makes these videos, these long videos, sometimes detailed, and knowing that I guess I'm imparting that knowledge to somebody else. That, my friends, is the fire that keeps me going. And with that, I think I'm just gonna have to call it good.